If you're new to the channel, drop a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.
Alright, what's going on, everyone? Hold on, let me put the chat on the screen. Come on, widget, connect so that I can see the chat so I won't have to look at my phone. Hope everyone is having a good day. Let's refresh this. I want the chat to pop up directly on the screen. And it's not. That's how it goes sometimes, you know. Alright, we should be connecting soon. Oh, what's going on, Samuel? What's going on, Joshua? Alright, the crew's in the house. Alright, let me bring down some of this chat. Awesome person, what's going on? Alright, so today, before I get into the chat, we're going to do some CGC haul. And we're going to do some comic book hauls. You see I have my guest. My guest is Abomination. Abomination. He probably doesn't really sound like that, but we're going to give him a voice right now. I just wanted to showcase his figure and the articulation a little bit later. It doesn't really have that much articulation. So we're going to start off. We're going to do things kind of repetitively. So I might do things right now, and I might do things again later on, right? So first and foremost, what I want to do is showcase the CGC haul, and then I'm going to get into some questions in the chat in a bit, okay? So, first on my list for my CGC haul, for my comic book fans, is Philadelphia. This is a 9.8 from CGC rated Philadelphia. So, first print, it's supposed to be optioned for a series, so definitely got this, and it's a really good series. Think about zombies and things of that nature, just really fleshed out, right? And a lot of personality, so to speak, right? And next on my list, for my last CGC, is another book called Prodigy. This one is also supposed to be optioned for a Netflix series, a short Netflix series. So it's about this gentleman who's a super genius, right? And he solves world problems. That's pretty much what he does, right? But the way he does it is just kind of, for lack of better words, he's just smooth. He's just really smooth with it. He's super smart, and it's just pretty amazing overall, right? So those are the two CGCs that I picked up, 9.8. I do plan on reselling these. I didn't get these actually to collect. Mario, what's going on? I got these for resells, right, at a later time once these series come out. In terms of my comic books, thanks, sir. Thank you. In terms of my comic book pickups, some of these are not pickups, but I repackaged them. Usually, I'll repackage and transplant my old comics into another, right? So, I appreciate you from Brazil. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So I repackaged two of my books. First one is my Darth Vader #1. Ooh, love this bad boy. Love it. It's a really good story. It's an amazing story. If you're into Star Wars and you just want to kind of get into the flow of Star Wars, and also kind of like the middle pieces of Darth Vader and his story, then this is the one for you. Baki, what's going on? Shout out to my son, everyone. Shout out to my son joining the chat. And this is part 2, right? And if you're wondering how come it looks a little bit different, it is in the it's in a top loader, right? Just so I could take care of it, and so I could preserve it from the process of oxidation, which will start to make the comic book itself kind of go bad, right? All right, so the next couple of books that I got on my list is, and I'm gonna go into the the chat in a little bit. I just want to make sure for my comic book crew when they're watching the video. Yes, I do have a son. He's in the chat. He's gaming with Baki. So you could check out his channel. He plays a lot of Fortnite and things of that nature. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna check out the chat. I was gonna keep going, but I'm gonna check out the chat. So Let me see. Let me go back up to some questions. Joshua said, I have a who would win a question. Beerus, my favorite Dragon Ball character, or Galactus? Ooh, I like that one. I like that question. Country boy, what's going on? Ah, that's a really good question. Hold on. I wanna tackle that question a little bit. Hold on. Let's save that question. Uh I love it. Joshua, save that question. Any of the versus questions, save them for our question time, all right? We're gonna the same thing for you, Milario. Yeah, those are some good questions already. I like it. You guys are not playing around today. You're like, let's get these versus questions. Let's get these opinions going. Right now, I'm just trying to make sure that the stream is going at optimal pace. So you might see a quick slowdown a little bit, but that's because I am trying to make sure that we are good to go. Okay? And that way when we get to our debate section, we get to our debate section for our verses. So save the versus battle questions in a little bit, team. Don't post those questions yet, please. Because I'm not scrolling up on the chat, especially if we're already here. All right, team. Asian Funk Comics, what's going on? Guys, check out his channel. All right, so here we go. We're gonna get back to my pickup. So this again, the two CGCs that I picked up, and they're going for resales. I'm not selling them now, obviously, but for later date is Philadelphia, which is supposed to be optioned for a series, and also Prodigy. I really love Prodigies though, so. But this is for a resale. I don't mind having just the book itself. I do have the book itself. I have the whole. I have number 1 and number 2 in a top loader. It's pretty cool. I love Prodigy. And some people Prodigy's not for it. The gentleman, he's super smart. He solves world's problems. I like books that are like think tanks, right? Where it's like they're trying to solve the problems of everyday problems, right? On a mass scale or semi like really big scale, right? I just think it's pretty stellar and awesome. The next couple of books that I repackaged, I already had these books, but I periodically transplant my comic books into a new bag and boards just to kind of preserve it and to stay away the process of oxidation. So I'll go through a resealing of sorts, right? So is Morbius. I love it. I love Morbius. Well, I don't love Morbius. I don't know why I said that. But he's a pretty cool character. And I'm excited for the movie with Jared Leto. Some people have a little bit of gripes about that, but I think people have gripes about Jared Leto becoming Morbius because of his display as the Joker. Okay, he wasn't a great Joker. Well, he was a different take of the Joker, right? So the Joker has always kind of changed throughout the different movies and even in the comic book. So he's just a different take on the Joker. So I'm not gonna say he was horrible. Is he my favorite Joker? Absolutely not. Do I think he might be a good Morbius? I do. I really do. So then I have Morbius number 2 repackaged. Ooh, I love this cover. I love this cover. All right. Guys, if you're hearing the beeping, that's my tea. I gotta go get my tea. So hold on, team. I'll be right back. I know some of you guys were bumping to that a little bit. You guys were like, oh, spill the tea. Spill the tea, Zed. That sounds like a good title for the show. Spill the tea, Zed. No, I always need my tea when I'm doing my toss. I need it. Plus, I love tea. You're probably wondering what tea. Or maybe you're not wondering what tea. It's a matcha tea. Okay. I love it. All right, let's get back into it. So yeah, the Morbius. I'm pretty excited for the movie, and I'm enjoying this series in particular. This is Morbius, the living vampire. It's really like rated R. It says T+, but it should just be like rated adult because he, in this first book, he like thrashes some people. I mean, they're his opponents, so to speak. He's going against them, but yeah. And then we have Morbius repackaged number 3. I didn't get number 4. Never got a chance to get number 4, and forgot about it, to be honest. After the quarantine, not after the quarantine, during the quarantine, I totally forgot about some books that I would normally easily pick up at my LCS, my local comic book store, but I wasn't able to do that, right? It happens. You know, what can I say? And my next one of my favorite series that I had to go repackage some of the stuff, except for this top loader right here, is Far Sector. This is a different, well, this is, the name of the character is Joe, right? And all of the Green Lanterns are kind of like galactic cops, right? She's kind of like she's a brand new Green Lantern, right? I know some of you are like, another Green Lantern, but she's another Green Lantern in the Far Sector region, and she's more or less like a detective. She recently just got her ring. She's coming to learn her powers, but her powers, again, like all Green Lanterns, they use it in various different ways. So we're coming to know the character. The artwork is beautiful. So this is by, written by N.K. Jemisin and also Jamal Campbell. Jamal Campbell is an amazing illustrator. And N.K. Jemisin, she wrote this book in a very stellar fashion, right? Awesome. So this is number 1, first issue. This is number 2, second issue. And this is number 3. I love this cover right here. And then this is number 4. Okay, I did show this off last week. Ooh, I love this cover too. But she's kind of like she's the CSI. I mean, not the CSI. She's kind of like the forensic detective when it comes to the Green Lantern Corps, right? And I think I think it's pretty cool, right? She's not flying around all the time. She's not making big constructs or anything of that nature. She's just like, you know, learning her powers. But she's really, I would say she's intuitive. She's very inquiry based. So you know, Jo is a really cool character. She's actually one of my favorite Green Lanterns right now, if not my current favorite, right? I have to think a lot harder on that one, but yeah, she's pretty amazing. She's pretty amazing, yeah. So what I'm gonna do right now, hold on, we're gonna go back to the top of we're gonna get into some questions, and then I'm gonna go through those books again at a later time when more people join who probably didn't get a chance to see the CGC and for the comic books themselves. So with that being said, let's get into the questions. We did have a question a lot earlier, and that was who would win. I can't scroll up any farther, so I think that was Barris from Dragon Ball Super versus Galactus. Now, one thing that I really want to do is bring up some pictures when we get some versus battles going, right? So I'm gonna bring up. Sorry, Abomination. Just kind of move over, all right? All right, don't hurt me. I'm gonna get some pictures, just 2 pictures, so that we could clarify the 2 characters themselves. So I'm gonna get one of Galactus, our friend Galactus, which is a humongous character. And then we're gonna get another picture of Barris from Dragon Ball Super, the Dragon Ball Super universe. That way, when we're talking about the 2 characters, we could accurately, you know, put a visual to the debate itself. Well, not such a debate, but yeah. So first we have Galactus right here. Okay, our boy Galactus. We're gonna put him over here, and we're gonna get a picture of Barris, which is cool, pretty cool. Barris is pretty powerful. I already have my thoughts about who would win though. But we'll see. And Barris looks like a cat because he is a cat, technically. So, hold on, I'm just trying to find images that are not actual drawings from other folks because I don't have the ability to credit them. I only want to credit Akira Toriyama. Alright, here we go. Here's another picture, guys. Alright, so we have the 2 battles that we just said that I heard earlier were Galactus versus Galactus versus Barris. Now, who would win in this battle? Ah, my natural inclination, because I think I know these characters really well. I'm gonna have to go with Barris. I think Barris would definitely dominate this battle right here. And the reason being is because in terms of fighting prowess, of course, Barris is a better martial artist than Galactus himself. In terms of power, I do think that Galactus does have the ability to harness the power cosmic, but in terms of like destructive force and clear utilization of the ability, I would have to go with Barris himself. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about that. If you think someone else would win that battle or not, I do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with. Barris himself, right? I think Barris is the one who would win this battle overall. Now, do I think it would be a really big battle in terms of like a drawn out battle? I think it would be a drawn out battle. But again, when it comes to like speed, Barris has the speed. Galactus he can increase his level of speed, but I do think that Barris is just more adequate in terms of like fighting prowesses. I always go with fighting prowesses as a big factor, and the reason being is because if you can't fight in the battle, then what are you doing? Like, what are you really trying to do? So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Barris. Now let me scroll back up. I'm gonna scroll back up, but I'm gonna leave these two characters here because the next battle that I did see was Goku versus Saitama. And I have a lot to say about Saitama in particular. And I'm just bringing up some pictures of these two characters. That way we could go through the prospect of doing this versus battle, right? So to speak. All right, here we go. So I think I got a good picture that we could bring up, right? To kind of look at these two characters in a manga form. And I'm going to give credit to this person who did this custom art. This custom manga, right? Okay, here we go, team. So, the next battle that we just heard was Goku versus Saitama. Saitama's at the bottom. He's from the One Punch universe. And we have Goku from the Dragon Ball universe, right? I only say Dragon Ball because it's pretty wide in terms of how far Dragon Ball goes, right? So, now, I would definitely have to say, overall, that I believe... Well, first, let's talk about the two characters. The first character is Saitama. Saitama is a parody-based character, meaning that it's been said in the manga that he gained his abilities by doing just basically calisthenic-based exercise, right? 100 of this, 100 of that, and about 6 miles of running over the course of 3 years, right? Now we know the physical ability to be able to do that isn't really... so Lunar Hydra, what's going on? Oh man, that name is so amazing. Lunar Hydra. I love it. I know, Will. I know. I remember pretty quickly. Man, that name is so amazing. I love the name of Lunar Hydra. Will is a cool name too. I'm just saying, like, that combination of Lunar Hydra is pretty cool. I think that's a stellar name. We were just discussing earlier in the chat. People were giving me some versus battles, and they said who would win. And this one was Goku versus Saitama, right? And I do think that for Saitama is a parody-based character whose level of power is not meant to be. It's not meant to be described and limited, right? So. That's why he's One Punch Man. Everyone who he's faced, he's beaten them with one punch. He is a parody-based character. We don't know the upper limits of his ability. Now, of course, we've seen many fan fiction. Like this picture is from a fan fiction. This one is created by Wolf Wolf Kunst. Wolf Kunst. And this is page 1 of his fan fiction manga, and it's pretty cool. It's like really good if you want to see like a custom, because they're not in each other's universes, so it's cool to see that, you know, someone created that. Right now, Goku himself, his powers are still going. It just depends on the story, depends on the writing. So, you know, for me to say who I think would win, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who I think would win in this battle. Who would I like to win? I would like Goku to win, but I don't really think it's a fair argument to say who I think would win when one character is mainly a whatchamacallit. He's as a parody-based character. Luna Hydra said, "I don't know anything about Dragon Ball. I just came to say hi. Sorry, I don't watch One Punch." No, it's all good. Yeah, at different parts of the this is just Zen Talks, right? We go over comic books in the beginning, and then we're gonna go over a Mortal Kombat trailer for Robocop, and we're just gonna get into a whole bunch of talking. Some people will drop in, some people will drop out. It's just a talk, basically. Zen Talks. So I'm just gonna talk a lot. Deku. Oh man, I love My Hero Academia. I think it's oh man, it's like so good. I haven't read the manga, and the reason why I haven't read the manga is because I started watching the anime first. And I know that they're far ahead, and I don't want any spoilers. I just kind of want to experience everything as the seasons come along for, you know, brand new episodes of My Hero Academia. Yeah, I love My Hero Academia. It's a really stellar anime. Like it's like really good. Oh, almost moved over. Okay, did it again. But you think Deku would win? Okay, so in anime you watch My Hero Academia, Black Clover. I haven't watched that. Hakuya, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Haikyuu, which I only saw one episode. World Trigger, I haven't watched that either. Soul Eater, I watched all of Soul Eater. Way back I watched Soul Eater. Oh, that was a long time ago. It's like really good. But I'm on my way behind of all of them except My Hero Academia. I'm all caught up on. Yeah, My Hero Academia. Woo. That season finale was amazing. Amazing. Yeah, My Hero. I think everyone should check out My Hero. The current anime that I watched, I'm not watching anything right now. But that I was watching was My Hero Academia, Fire Force. What other anime was I watching? I can't even remember. You said your favorite character is Toga. My favorite character is Toga too. Let me bring up a picture of it. Since it doesn't take me too long to bring up pictures of characters, as long as they're not fan art, because I want to. Oh man, I love him. I think he's just a really cool character. I think his presentation as a character is just so amazing. Let me bring up this picture of him. Oh man, he's aka Lamillion. Yeah, here he goes right here, team. This is him. All right, let me take off the other pictures of these guys. Sorry, Galactus. Peace. Yeah, his ability is like so stellar. Yeah, I love. He reminds me of Shadowcat from X-Men, but up to the higher echelon of like fighting prowesses in combination. Oh, I thought that's who you meant. No, oh, you're talking about. Oh, okay, this is my favorite character then. Tagata, aka Lamillion. Okay, you were talking about someone else. Hold on, let me bring up a picture of your character. Hold on. My bad. Okay, I forgot about her. She's pretty stellar too as a character. I feel like there's a lot of unknowns about her. Like I know her ability, but if for some reason I feel like there's more to her than meets the eye. Transformers reference. I'm showing a picture of her during her first, well, not her first appearance, but her couple of first appearances, right? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, that's the whole entire screen. That's me. Oh, you think there's a backstory in season 5? Yeah, I just want to know more about her. I do think that she's a pretty intriguing character. Let's move that here. Okay, cool. That looks a little bit better. Yeah, both of these characters are really stellar. I think that their inclusion into the actual uh, into the series is just. My Hero Academia is one of those animes where, hold on, I forgot, you guys can't even see me. I feel like My Hero Academia is one of those series where there's the main character, but then there's your main character, right? And what I mean by your main character is who you really like in the series and waiting for their arc to come up in some type of way. Not really their arc, but their storyline to come up in some type of way, right? You said I want to read the manga, but don't have any way to read it. I mean, there's let me see. I think you could on a phone. I think you could download it on Funimation app. Is it fun? Yeah, I think it's the Funimation app. You could definitely view it there. I don't even know if I have the Funimation app anymore. Yeah, I don't even have it anymore, but I think you can use it on the Funimation app. Luna, I just said I'm just waiting on some books to arrive for me to read. But they're not supposed to arrive until the 26th. We ordered them about 6 days ago. Good. You know, to be honest, it's a little bit more fun waiting for like a hard physical book to come in than to read it online. It's cheaper, but you know, you support the creators when you buy the actual book. So it's, you know, you're doing your part in the world or the economy for a supply and demand, right? Because if everyone just starts looking at these stuff like for free online, then those creators won't make the stories because they won't get any of the money. And so there will be a decline. So that's a whole nother thing, right? Yeah, Wednesday we ordered stuff and they came the next day. Oh, okay, it depends, right? It's fun watching with my sister, and it would be kind of spoiling. I hear you. Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, because My Hero Academia is one of those animes again, and I know I just said that. Like, spoilers do mean a lot. So, you know, when people say like, "Oh, don't spoil it," you definitely don't want to be spoiled in My Hero Academia, right? For sure. All right. I'm the only one watching. Do I feel like no? You are talking. No, so a little earlier there were people in, and people are gonna pop back in a little bit later. You know, that's just the way it is. For the Zen Talks on my Saturday streams, people are gonna pop in, and a good amount of people are gonna pop in at about 12 o'clock for sure. You know, I think I'm a cool person. I think I'm a pretty cool person, right? I think I'm all right. I'm all about the Zen vibes and just spreading, yeah, just spreading the vibes. Yeah, I think that's about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. So, guys, we're gonna do a lot of this stuff over at about 12 o'clock when more people jump in. But I am gonna get into the Mortal Kombat trailer, and oh no, Luna Hydra, you're hey, you're not interrupting. This is what Zen Talks is. We just talk. This is just we debate, we talk. Those when you just came in, we had to finish some like versus battles. So no, you're not interrupting at all. Do I have a schedule of sorts? Yeah, I have a little thing based on the title, but that's about it. Nothing else. All right, but we're gonna get into the Mortal Kombat 11 Mortal. I said the Mortal Kombat 11 Mortal. The Mortal Kombat 11. Oh, hold on, hold on. Relax, Baraka. Relax. Baraka's wilding out. All right, later, Luna Hydra. All right, we're gonna get into this trailer for Mortal Kombat 11, and we're gonna look at our friend Robocop. We're gonna look at Robocop in his entirety and see his gameplay and kind of discuss it. And you know, we talked about him a little bit last week Saturday, but we're just gonna see him out. And yeah, so I'm gonna mute my microphone.
hells are you? The future of law enforcement.
All right, that was Robocop is looking pretty amazing. I like the way that Robocop is presented so far. I think overall his character design and his gameplay, it oh man, wow, that I thought he was going to be a slow bound character originally. And it seems to me that he's not a slow bound character. I mean, he's slow, but he's not, walking at a pace where, because when I watch the RoboCop movies, right, he looks very slow. He doesn't really move that fast at all. It's not like he had increased speed in that technological aspect, not at all. But in the trailer, he's moving at a good pace. He reminds me of Sector and Cyrax a bit, and I did see some alternate skins for him, and I'm going to bring up a picture of that, RoboCop alternate skins. And it seems to me that he does have a Sector and Cyrax alternate skin that makes him look, the gray kind of makes him look like smoke, right? And then I believe he has a yellow, and he has a blue, and I believe he has a purple. I'm trying to look for that image right now, so that we could see that alternate skin RoboCop MK11 skins. Yeah, here it is. Here it is, team. So I think he has a green one as well. And let's look at the Cyrax one first, team. And the Cyrax one, this picture coming up right here in 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, so this makes him look like an old school version. I just said I'll leave it for real now. Okay, later, man. So looking at Cyrax right here, Cyrax is, I mean, not Cyrax. See, I'm already getting it confused. So I'm already saying that he looks like Cyrax. Yeah, but this is basically a RoboCop skin, which looks pretty amazing. And let me kind of go back to the trailer at some points again, right? This move, hold on. We're gonna pause right here for a second. Let me take off my microphone so we don't have it. Okay. All right. That move right there, team. That move right there just seems a little bit OP'd in some ways. Now, it could be OP'd in the sense of he could hold it, right? and then it's like an automatic counter. It's a counter for it's a parry based move. But it's not OP'd if he goes into that stance, holds up the shield, and then he cannot dismiss it. He cannot cancel out of it. If he could cancel out of it, then it's OP. If he cannot cancel out of it, then it's it's kind of one of those moves that you have to use as a parry. You have to use it at the whim of the basic move, right? So, drinking my tea. But yeah, I think overall, I think he's a pretty cool character. Let me run that trailer one more time. We're gonna kind of go through it. I pause right there. Number one, it looks like he has 3 fatalities. So I'm counting that as the first one. So let's continue. That's 1. That's 2. Because this one is on a different character. This one is leading. It's looking like it's the second fatality. This one is 3. 3 fatalities. Let's pause it right there. So that overall, that's 3 fatalities in total for this character. So if there's 3 fatalities, then I'm leading to believe that there's 3 fatalities for all of the combatants in Mortal Kombat. Also with the inclusion of their friendships as well. Now here's the thing. There's a lot of people griping for Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath because of the price. Some people are saying that the price is a little bit too high. I don't think that it's too high depending on all the things that they said they put in so far. Now, first is there's a whole extended story. We're not too sure how long that is. It seems to be that the story is going to be a little bit longer than the usual. But there's a story. There's also the new characters, which I wouldn't pay $40 for 3 new characters. But with a story, new skins, if everyone in the game has a friendship, and if everyone in the game has a 3rd fatality, I think that's pretty worth it, right? I think it's worth it in terms of the pricing range. Now, some people might disagree. I think that it's a pretty good pricing range overall, right? So, yeah, let me know what you think about that. Overall, I think that Robocop looks pretty stellar. I think he's a character that I do want to utilize. I didn't want to utilize him at first, but... and I probably wouldn't even use the Cyrax and Sector color skins, right? I probably might upgrade his suit. I'm thinking about it right now, upgrade his suit. But overall, I probably wouldn't change the way he looks like on his base form too much, right? Just give him some extra aesthetics to see how he looks. But I think he is a pretty stellar character. I never thought that he was going to play the way he plays, but they did it really well. And I know a lot of people are excited to see Robocop versus Terminator like we saw in the trailer. But overall, I think Robocop kind of outbeats Terminator in this sense, in terms of mobility and just tools that he can use in the game, right? So, all right, team. I am going to what we're going to do now is I'm going to kind of go through the list of things that we discussed so far, and then we're going to close this out. And I am going to stream Super Mario Maker today, but I am streaming at a different time today. Earlier times don't really work for everyone. I think the Zen community, right? So 6 o'clock, I am going to stream Super Mario Maker at 6 p.m. today, Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to drop some things so that, everyone can see. But before I do the last review of all the books that I picked up and close out this stream today, let's go to the intro one more time.
If you're new to the channel, drop a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.
A few moments later.
All right, everyone. So on the stream, I premiered 2 CGC books, and my 2 CGC pickup books were, number 1, it was Prodigy. Prodigy was one of the books. It's about a super genius. He's a think tank who solves world problems, and this is supposed to be option for a series, right? I'm not too sure if it's Netflix, but it kind of hints at it right here. Netflix. So I'm pretty excited for this. This is a C cover variant. The second book that I got was Philadelphia. This book is really good. It's by Randy Barnes, Jason Sean Alexander, and Louis NCT. Okay, and it's kind of like a zombie type of book, and it's pretty good. So this is some review for some famous folk that we know, right? Comedians and such forth. So we have Chris Rock. Chris Rock said it's the best graphic novel I've ever read. 5 times more graphic and 8 times more novel. Okay, Jordan Peele, who directed Get Out, said Philadelphia is a stunning and fresh horror fable I've been craving. This one feels more like a classic. And I think I agree with that one the most. There's more reviews, but I think that the second one from Jordan Peele is exactly the way I think. It's pretty classic in a sense, but it's the storytelling is great, right? Now, those are the 2 CGCs, and the books that I repackaged overall were so far my Far Sector series. Far Sector number 1. Far Sector number 2. I love top loaders. Far Sector number 3. I need more top loaders because I would have put this cover for sure. And this one too, Far Sector number 4. Can't wait for part 5 to come out. And the last couple books that I repackaged that I just wanted to showcase is Darth Vader number 1. Boom. Love it. And we have Morbius, the Living Vampire series. This is number 1. Number 2. And then lastly, number 3. It's a pretty good book. I think it's a good way to get into Morbius, the Living Vampire, if you're into learning about his character, especially because of the movie that's coming out, right? So those are the books for today, and I guess the last is my Abomination figure. Me and my son, we got this, but just looking over the articulation, it's this is not a play with toy, like you play with it, right? This is a figure that you just like post up on, because the articulation is here, here, and here, right? That's a bit, as it's for poses and things of that nature, right? So yeah, that's Abomination. But this figure is pretty amazing, right? Let's see, as you can see, the different poses and things like that, right? Let's turn his head, looking at you all. All right, everyone. So catch me on the Super Mario Maker stream at 6 p.m. sharp. Okay, it's not going to be at 1 o'clock today. 6 p.m. sharp. I'm going to make sure that I changed the schedule in the stream for 6 o'clock today, Saturday. Well, in New York, it's Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Super Mario Maker premiere of episode 30, The Random Levels. With that being said, this is Zen from Zen World saying peace, love, and prosperity. If you enjoy my content, drop me a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure that you're sending others good vibes and you're sending good vibes to yourself